All right, here with North Stafford head basketball coach Steve Hibberd. His Wolverines won a good one today, 57-52 over Menchville, which came in riding a 7-game winning streak, ranked number 2 in the state in Class 4 by us on VirginiaPreps.com. It's the 12th annual Virginia Preps Classic, session number 2 here at Churchland High School in Portsmouth. And coach, you knew what you were up against to begin the game. They have one of the best backcourt tandems in the state with Chauncey Jenkins and Alan Struthers. And today you guys buckled down defensively. What did you see from your guys?
Well, I tell you, we saw a lot of good things from our guys, but let me tell you this. We had a lot of film on them. I like the scout. It's the reason. I think it's one of the reasons we're prepared as a team, but more about the kids. They knew about this team. That's how good that team is. They're well coached. They're disciplined. They do a super job, but they don't miss a shot on film. So we knew it was going to be a difficult game. We'd have to defend. That was our focus. We didn't have a practice to get ready for this game, so you're always nervous about that as a coach. But our kids defended today. We made them earn everything they got. And man, I'm telling you, they're good. Their highlights are great. They're on ESPN for a reason. But our boys are starting to come along defensively, and that's the difference in the game today.
Well, and they go 1 of 16 from 3, which is totally unlike them. Part of it is, they played last night against Bethel, but the other part is you guys got into them defensively. You crowded their airspace quite a bit, especially your guards there in Javon Swinton and Elijah Brown, today's MVP. I thought it could have gone. You could cut that MVP three ways with Swinton, a whole Egan, and Elijah Brown. And Brown was clutch down the stretch for you.
Well, listen, Egan had to guard a kid at 6'7", 250 pounds. So we're really proud of his effort, especially on a kid way bigger and stronger than him. Javon obviously does a super job for us. He's one of the leading scorers in the state for a reason. He came in averaging 28, but I told him they're going to focus on you, so I'll take 15 and a win.
And he's an MVP 9 times out of 10 ordinarily. So
99 times out of 100. I think he's the state player of the year in 5A.
Could be.
But we're better when we score the way we scored, when Elijah's hitting those shots, when that freshman is doing what he does out there, when Nashawn Leftridge plays defense the way he does. I mean, he did a super job on number 2, who's a heck of a player.
Well, that's the thing. I saw you 3 weeks ago against Nance, whatever who you saw today against Western Albemarle, a good team, and you played well that day. But I've seen incrementally better things. You mentioned Shaw, and today, obviously, with Brown, Sean Asbury. You get on a list of guys.
Nashawn Leftridge does a super job.
Yeah.
We have him guard the best player. He may not even score in a game. You might not see him in the box score, but he's somebody the coaches know who he is. Sean Asbury at 5'11", he's going to be a college football player, and he's out there. I think he was our second leading rebounder. So it's a team effort. Obviously, we have one really, really good player, but it takes 7, 8, 9, 10. We played 10 guys tonight. So we're going to play those guys every night. 2 more for you. Appreciate
the time. And speaking of other coaches that have played you and scouted you, prepare for you guys, that they rave about, this team is really dangerous. Don't pay attention to the record. Your record's good at 10-4, but you could easily, you might not want to say it, but I'll say it for you, you could easily have won the games you lost. So how do you kind of look at it from a coach's perspective of, you guys are right there, and is today a turning point for it?
I think it could be a turning point, but next week's a tough week. We have Stafford on Tuesday, tough district opponent. We have Louisa on Wednesday. We have Colonial Forge on Friday. If we think that the season's over because we got a big win, then it will be. It will be for us early. Our goal is to make the states. Now, we have a double-edged sword at North Stafford in the fact that we have a ton of kids, a majority of our kids, 8 of them, play football on the varsity. So, we're on a roll. We feel like we're playing well now, but we haven't played our best basketball. And in the beginning of the year, we're having a bunch of athletes out there playing ball. Now they're understanding our schemes defensively, and that's been the difference for us.
Well, and lastly, how much from a coaching staff perspective does it make things a little bit easier from the motivation standpoint? You just worry about the basketball tactical stuff because your football team's gone to state semis last 2 years. They know this is it for them, and they're hungry for that.
Well, that's the thing. They might not be the best basketball players. They're athletes, and they're all competitors. I mean, our practices, this is one of the best practice teams we've ever had. They really go at each other. We have 10, 12 guys that can make it tough on each other. And we talked about we had to crowd the space of those leapers. We had to crowd the space of those shooters and ball handlers. Anybody gets crowded, anybody gets sped up, it makes the defense look better, and that's what we try to do. And it comes from our practice. Really proud of the guys. We have the best coaching staff in the state. I've got guys open the gym at 6 a.m. to get shots up 3 times a week. And that stuff pays off when you shoot in an arena like this. This is a great venue, great atmosphere. And I'm really proud of the way we shot, played, defended, the whole deal.
Well, great win for the Wolverines in North Stafford. Thank you so much. Congrats on the win. We'll see you soon.
Appreciate that.